Morning every weekday and join CradleRadio on CradleRadio.
This is CradleRadio.
This is CradleRadio.
This is CradleRadio.
Every weekday and join CradleRadio on CradleRadio.
Well, this is one of those mornings you just want to just be grateful for all the things that have come your way. And you just want to be thankful, thankful and be precise in your ways as well. And I try to, try to put that, I keep getting myself back. Love every time I'm here. It's my space. And it's a beautiful day as well. And this is when I say, this is Canada.
Wake up in the morning every weekday and join CradleRadio on CradleRadio.
I always wake up in the morning with a signpost of thanking God for everything that has come my way, for the breath of life, for the gift of life, for being able to be here as a Wendy. As much as sometimes you probably don't even envisage you being live on air, but you still come in and you still do what you gotta do. And it can only be God. I'm not trying to sway nobody. I'm not trying to sway nobody. As I grow older, temperance is what I pray for. Each and every moment, I'm thankful for even the knowledge of realizing that sometimes there needs to be somebody interceding on your behalf so that you don't go above board. And it can only be your creator. If you find favor in the sight of your creator, nothing can equate to that. And deep within you, if you can think deeply, you'll still realize that somebody's out there watching for you, watching over you. And you're still thankful if you realize it. My name is CradleRadio. I'm always grateful for everything that comes my way. I'm even grateful for the people that I know as well. Because I know this journey might look steep. It might look like a solo run sometimes in the journey of life I'm in. But then, it is still a journey. And I go biblical sometimes, right, in terms of references. My point of prayer that I love, you could borrow from it if you want, it all depends. That I ask for every day. You read about so many people, in both in all religions, right? Everybody knows Moses. My prayer is always, in this day and time, what happened with Moses in terms of the elements around him that made him overstep. I pray in each and every moment that would not be my portion. And that's my prayer point every day. I love that aspect of it. I love my aspect of it. If you think you're biblical or if you think you're religious, if you look at it from a history perspective as well, everything happening around now had already happened before. There's no new occurrence from anyway. Now, if you're joining us for the very first time, hi there. My name is CradleRadio, and this is my moments where I just draw out my meditativeness into my consciousness, all right? So my first few minutes on the show, this is what I do, all right? And historically, it's said that Moses didn't get to the promised land because the people that he was leading from bondage got him so upset about water that he overstepped. Golly, my mama gonna be proud of me right now. I'm like preaching, all right, to the entire world. Anyways, good morning. This is Canada, people. This is Canada as a flagship from CradleRadio that allows for each and everyone to have a know-how or be in the know of what is happening in Canada, if you understand what I mean. And it's not totally about being restrictive to only Canadians alone, right? It's totally for anybody that can relate to what we're experiencing and what we're having. And on the show, we talk about social, political, economic, and cultural things as it affects Canada as a country. It's a flagship tailored towards events around Canada. But I know that there's always a replica of whatever happens in one place happening in another. So everybody, friends of Canadians, all right, friends of Canadians, I'm still having that again. Friends of Canada at the same time can always join in and you can relate to it. And that's why we always come around from the hours of 10 to 11 in the morning on Monday through Thursday to give you this one. And then you could be a part of this by joining our social media handles. And if you're on that, you will be able to be a part of the show. You could comment, you could share videos, you could, give thumbs up, drawing criticisms as well, and we'll be more than happy to just engage you in that and honor your observations as well. And it can just go a long way into shaping the perception, and not only perception, but the forward moving of my Canada, as I like to personalize it. Yeah, I just had to take coffee this morning, man. It's not gonna be cheese today. So, anyways, now what we're talking about this morning is something that is peculiar to this season. And on Thursdays, being the last day of the show for this week, I'd like to draw it down. Nothing extraordinary, nothing. If we can avoid political discourse, we do that as well. And what I'm doing this morning is more of a public service, all right? I'm also cutting that web as well, because I've not even done my winter tires. So if you look on the screen, you're going to see this. It says, winter wheels, winter wisdom. Why Canada's cold roads demand more than just tires. And this is not a paid-for advertorial for people selling tires. It's all about safety, all right? So it's not like I'm going to tailor you to go into somewhere where they sell tires. No, we're not going to do that. I'm just saying the Canadian code requires something called winter tires, all right? And that we're gonna venture into that and have a talk, a discuss about that this morning, and from there we'll take it to the next level, all right? Hopefully it could help somebody out. Hopefully it could save somebody out there. And in cases where your vehicles are skidding off the road on black ice and so many other things, you might just be helping somebody by informing them on things that you will do. And if you have all the informations and resources that can help people that we might not cover as well, that's where the interaction part comes in, where you could just say, oh, you know what? If you're living on this side of the world, just go to this place and go get tires in there. If you're living on this side of the world, if you're living on this side of Canada, go here. All right, you know what? I just want to give you winter tires for free because I'm not using it no longer. That's why we're here, and that's one of the reasons why we want to have this portal for people that might just want to just engage themselves in one way or the other, connect people, so to say. Now, I say good morning this way, and as the frost deepens and the mercury drops, the long stretch of Canadian winter is officially upon us. I was looking this morning, and I see that we might have 50 centimeters of snow in Ontario in coming days as well. And with it, the unforgiving reality of snow-packed highways. Every info that's coming online this day, at this moment, relates to you just slowing down. And for newcomers, right, fresh off the boat people, I'm not saying that in a way to be disrespectful. I'm just telling you how it is. I don't know how to mince words, okay? I try to find subtle words sometimes, but in as much as I try to do that, I try to hit the nail on the head. Because you got winter tires doesn't mean that those winter tires gonna hold grip if you're speeding. Because I've seen people trying to say, I look in their wheels, because obviously another trick to it is you probably need wheels, another form of wheels on your tires, not your regular wheels, if you're using alloy rims, right? Because with the salt and everything, it's going to be rusty. So I'm saying this because of the experience that I have, right? So at the end of the day, it's more about you having another set of wheels that you're going to put your winter tires on. So that one, whether you like it or you see that, it's always kind of blank. It's not some form of rims, alloy rims or something. It's just like the regular tires. And when you have that in focus, you could have that to just roll with. And so I see people who have their winter tires on, and all they do is they just run. They just speed. And in my mind, I'm thinking, is either you have a death wish or something, because having put winter tires on your wheels doesn't really mean it's 100% proof. All right, so let's take that into cognizance as we delve into this, and You got snow-packed highways, you got icy intersections, and white-knuckle commutes. Now, we're diving into an issue that touches every driver from coast to coast, the critical need for winter tires. That's right. And why, even with them, motorists must stay alert, cautious, and humble before the elements. You must be humble, because the snow will humble you. It will humble you. Now, in a country where winter lasts nearly half the year, the question isn't whether the roads will get bad. It's how bad and how soon. That's right. How bad and how soon. Every year, Canadian towing companies, insurance providers, police detachments, and transportation officials repeat the same warning. Winter tires saves lives. But there is an equally important truth about that doesn't get said enough. Winter tires are essential, totally essential, but they're not a magic shield against dangerous winter conditions. Now, why winter tires matters, the science behind the rubber. Winter tires are not simply better tires, they're engineered specifically for survival. Yeah, like I said at the initial start of the show, I said, we're not advertising for nobody to go buy winter tires. This is just a public service programming for this day, a special one, all right? So, we're in the winter is here, you need winter tires. And somebody did say earlier on that, what about all-season tires? All-season tires don't cut it in Canada. No, it don't cut it with the severe winter that we have in Canada. It doesn't cut it. You know, winter tires are not simply better tires. Well, they're specialized rubber compounds. Their specialized rubber compounds stay soft in sub-zero temperatures. It doesn't harden up. It stays soft, helping them grip the pavement where all-season tires stiffens and slide like hockey pucks. You know, with regular tires, all-season tires, it just hardens up. And when it hardens up, there's no way it's gonna grip on that road. But whereas that of winter tires, the rubberized, it's soft. It doesn't hard up, especially during winter. No, their deep threads push slush aside. Their biting edge claws through snow. And according to numerous traffic safety reports across Canada, winter tires can improve braking distance by as much as 25 to 50% on icy or snowy surfaces. That's right, 25 to 50%. And in Quebec, for instance, where winter tires are mandatory, collision rates during winter months dropped significantly after the law went into effect. Like places like in Quebec, it is mandatory for you to have winter tires. It's not a choice thing. It's the law. All right. Now, beyond statistics, there's the lived reality. The difference between winter tires and all-season tires can be the difference between a near miss and a disaster. If you're just joining us, this is Canada, people. And it's a Thursday morning, and we're on 10:29 a.m. as of this moment. We would have a repeat broadcast of this show later on CradleRadio. So if you're watching us via Facebook, or you're watching it through YouTube, you're right on the dial. And also, if you're on the go, and you're listening in your car, you're listening to CradleRadio, you can have a repeat broadcast of that if you so desire, and it's gonna have a repeat broadcast around 7 o'clock, I think, today as well, so we can all catch up at one point or the other. So now, beyond statistics, there's a lived reality. The difference between winter tires and all-season tires can be the difference between a near miss and a disaster. Winter tires are not a guarantee, don't get me wrong. All right, they're not a guarantee. Winter tires can change physics it can't change physics. It can change. No, it can't change physics. They can't stop black ice from forming under your wheels. All right? They can't give you perfect control in whiteout conditions, right? They can't replace defensive driving, adequate speed reduction, or safe following distances. They can't do none of that. A winter tire is a tool, a powerful tool, but a tool is only as effective as the way it is used. Are you hearing that? In the morning hour. This is Canada, people. I've got relevant hashtags on the show as well, so which you could just, lay point on. I'm just gonna roll that by you. We got all of this relevant hashtag. Once you just put that in, you could probably just source for it out as well, and get a look at the show from wherever you might want to just decide to choose from. So you could look at it and you could just update yourself with that and catch up at the end of the day. Now, they can give you that perfect control in whiteout conditions, that's for sure. They can. For security, there's some motorists feel after installing winter tires is a growing concern for traffic authorities. Many drivers think, I've got winter tires on, I'm good. But that mindset leads to speeding, aggressive lane changes, tailgating, and overconfidence on highways glazed with freezing rain. And you have all of that, and you probably think in your mind, yeah, I'm secured. No, nobody's 100% guaranteed, but there's a better possibility of you having to just drive with an assurance at the end of the day. Now, nature, as we all know, doesn't care what's on your rims. It really doesn't care what's on your rims. And some people would tell you, well, what about places where the winter is not as severe as Canada? I just think it's always good to just play safe, right? Play safe in the best way, so that at the end of the day, you're going to be rest assured that, listen, winter or no winter, freezing rain or no freezing rain, at least I have the possibility of having to just be safe. Be safe. Even the best equipped vehicles, winter tires, four-wheel drive, anti-lock brakes, are vulnerable when road surfaces become unpredictable. One patch of invisible ice can turn a routine commute into a life-altering accident. Now, from Alberta's sudden flash freezes to Ontario's lake-effect snow to Quebec's steep icy hills to Atlantic Canada's brutal windstorm, winter driving conditions can transform in minutes. And I say this for sure because sometimes people might probably think, oh, I can still, beat it. Because weather forecast says winter gonna start on the snowfall, gonna start at a certain time, and I probably can beat it. Oh, excuse me. You're gonna start on time, and you probably think, oh yeah, I'll probably beat it. It's gonna start at 6 o'clock. Okay, I'll leave at 4 o'clock. Don't play roulette with your lives, man. Don't play roulette with your lives, because sometimes you might just not even understand. A weatherman or weather forecast is a job designation that allows you to fumble. Have you ever heard of somebody being fired because they gave a wrong weather forecast before? Yeah, when you say fumble in football, that could be attributed to the weatherman sometimes. Not most times, sometimes. No, not most times. Now, a winter tire is a tool, and I'll repeat that as often as I can on this show today. It is a tool. It is a tool. Emergency responders across Canada consistently urge drivers to slow down. That's another way to look at it. Slow down and avoid assuming winter tires equal invisibility. You think your winter tires afford you the invincibility that could fictitiously be stored in your mind, that as I'm going, I got winter tires, I'm invincible. Invincibility. That's crazy. What motorists must remember this winter is every Canadian motorist needs to carry with them and share with family and friends. This notion needs to be a part of you as you go from point A to point B in the winter season, right? Winter tires increases your chance of staying safe. However, they don't guarantee it. Winter tires, yes. Winter tires. Drive slower than you think you need to. Now, winter tires don't shorten stopping distance on ice to zero. They only reduce it. The kind of grip you're gonna have on a summertime, on a summer day, is not the same you're gonna have on a winter day. Like those people would love to tailgate you. I wish I could have a sticker, right? I think we should have something like that. It would probably just give people in wintertime as well. Sticker that says, please don't come close. It is wintertime. Oh, wow. That could be something of a marketable sentence. Don't come close. It is wintertime. Don't come close. It is wintertime. All right. Drive slower than you think you need to. I'll give extra space. 3-car length in summer becomes 6 or more in winter. Avoid sudden braking and sharp turns. You will skid. That's right. And there's no playing around with it like, oh yeah, my car can go like this. No. Don't be a kid behind wheels, especially in wintertime. Life matters. I've never seen somebody who's died and come back before to tell me what up there looks like. Maybe it's down there. We'll never know. That's right. Some people will regularly say, okay, yeah, you know what? Yeah, this and that. Somebody had been in a coma. The people who have been in a coma, some of them don't even remember where they were. A lot of people don't even realize it's just like a passage of time for them. They don't know where they were after being in coma. So there's no written documentation to say I was here. Them angels picked me up, and no, there's none of that. So let's be more realistic and let's be more thorough in our assessment of our own safety. Check your tire pressure. This is public service announcement today coming from CradleRadio. Check that pressure of that tire that you have, or set of tires. Check the 4 wheels. Cold temperatures cause pressure to drop, reducing tire performance. All right. Sometimes the best way to go about it is not even to go out, if you can afford that. A lot of people cannot afford that. And when people think because they got loaded up, they got bundled up, like, yeah, it's gonna be all right. No, it won't be all right. I would rather say, if you don't need to be there, you don't have to be there. If you don't need to be there, you don't have to be there. Wintertime is treacherous right here. If you're just joining us for the very first time, thank you so very much for doing that. And we'll just ask you to join our social media handles while watching this as well. You can click subscribe to our YouTube channel. And that way, as we release, as we stream live more videos, you could be alerted on of the availability of those videos or live stream, and you could be a part of it and join in. And we can talk about certain things and so many other things that in the future, it's like you're living in your elements, right? Things that you would see on an average day. Intelligent discuss, things that could shape the aspect of a lifestyle. You know what I mean? So we're practically on all social media handles, and we are Cradle Radio right there. So if you go in there and you joining in and you're clicking that like button, don't forget to follow us or subscribe as well. It all depends on where you are. And stay alert. Stay alert. Like ours doesn't announce itself. It never does. It never does. Canada's every winter we witness, as Canadians, every winter we witness the same heartbreaking stories. Preventable collisions, injured families, stranded motorists, and road closures stretching for kilometers. It's so typical at this time of the season. I'm going nowhere. I'll be right back.
Wake up in the morning every weekday and join Akin Loye on Cradle Radio.
This is Cradle Radio.
This is Cradle Radio. This is Cradle Radio.
In Canada, every winter we witness the same heartbreaking stories. Preventable collisions, injured families, stranded motorists, road closures stretching 4 kilometers. Welcome aboard if you're just joining in, all right? We're talking this day about this topic that is synonymous to our season, especially at this time of a year. In Canada, winter wheels, winter wisdom. That's what the headline says. Why Canada's cold roads demand more than just tires. I love when that even just goes like that. Winter wheels, winter wisdom. That should be a catch. There should be a hashtag for that. Winter wheels, hashtag winter wheels, hashtag winter wisdom. We have so many preventable collisions. Preventable that we could just avert at every point in time, especially at this time of a year. The madness is when you see people running and speeding through the snow, through the sludge. I just want to understand that aspect of selfishness that comes on the part of that person that was just speeding. And I'm not talking about the highway. The highway is that's even crazy. But inner city roads, where somebody just believes I got winter tires. I think it just, the human mind is crazy. Because at a point when you feel guaranteed, because nothing is guaranteed, right? I totally understand. That's why if somebody sells you winter tires, and if you don't have a grip, you're not gonna go sue that person. It's not guaranteed. It's just a way of, it's more of a safety measure that will just help you to possibly get from point A to B. It's not because, oh yeah, you feel you're late for work or you're late for an appointment and all that, and then because you have winter tires, you could glide through the sludge. No, it's just common sense, people. It's just something that you need to understand day in, day out. You want to hit that roundabout, and you feel because you got winter tires, you can maneuver around that roundabout because you got winter tires. No, it's all about preservation of life. preservation of life. Installing winter tires is one of the smartest, most responsible decisions any driver can make. It's one of the best decisions you could ever make. And that's why if you buy a vehicle, it's always good to have two sets of tires. You have your average tires that you use off winter, which in some places might be called all season tires or just summer tires. All right. And that you have on your wheels maybe like 7 months in a year or 8 months in a year. But during winter, you got to put in that winter tire as well. I'm a culprit. I have my winter tires in my garage and I've not swapped that. Right. So hence I kind of not going out like I should, except if I'm coming into the studio. So I'm just like looking at it and I'm deciding, you know what, I'll specifically drive my 4-wheel drive. It's not one of the best, right? But to get even an appointment to swap your tires this day, it's a task. But I still gotta do it. It's our reality. And I think I saw some mobile guy doing this tire swap. I'm probably gonna call that guy to come do my tires as well, because it's hilarious. Because I'm talking about winter tires and I've not swapped mine. I gotta swap it this week. I gotta swap it up this week. No doubt. Yeah, because it's one of the essentials. If I was living in Quebec, it would be mandatory for me to just have those tires on, and that's the reality. Don't forget, if you have any information for us, you can send us an email on info@CradleRadio.com. info@CradleRadio.com, and that way we could be having a dialogue. We could be having a conversation. It could be talking. If you have any form of advice, suggestions for us, we'll more than welcome that as well. And that will take us to that point or that level that we want to go to at the end of the day, which is where we should get to. So winter tires help you, but you still have to help yourself with patience, awareness, and respect the road. You gotta have to do that. Remember, installing winter tires is one of the smartest, most responsible decision any driver can make. Any driver can make. And that's the truth. If you have that, if you are conscious of that, it might just be the easy way out for you. It might just be the easy way out for you into at least being a little bit assured that in one way or the other, at least you played your role in being safe. We know nothing is guaranteed, right? We know nothing is guaranteed. So as you bundle up, scrape your windshield, and warm your engine each frigid morning, remember this: winter tires gives you a fighting chance, but only wise driving wins the battle. Now, this winter season, stay prepared, stay alert, and stay safe. This is Canada, people. This is Canada on Cradle Radio. Having to just do this public service announcement for the kips. And we got to do this. We had to do it. At least public service announcement. Enlightening people. And at the end of the day, having to tailor people's mind into the reality and how treacherous these roads can be in the morning hour. My name is Akin Lawyer. Don't forget, Thursday we always wrap up the show on This is Canada, waiting, the following week, which is going to be next week by the special grace of God. And don't forget to join our social media handles. By doing that, you'll be able to be a part of the family, and we can have talks. And in coming months, weeks, we'll be introducing phone calls as well on certain days on the show. So you could be having to have your say as well as regards the topic being discussed on a daily. Don't forget, send us that investigation of yours that you might probably want us to talk about as well on info@CradleRadio.com. Don't forget, info@CradleRadio.com. And what can I say? I would always implore people to stay safe, stay warm especially, stay wise, stay with us at all times. At least we get you there We'll get you there with more information as regards and more awareness. All right, more awareness into the reality of the environment that we're living in. We can bend the environmental factors. We can only live with it in such a way that it allows us to cohabitate so that it could be better for us to move through the weather, the factors, the elements, all at the same time. I'll say stay safe, stay warm, be you, and think about the other person on the road, because that road is not just yours. It's a road that's meant to be for the general public. So if you're trying to drive crazy, think of the other family that might be affected when you try to do that. Until Monday when I come your way, my name is Akin Lawyer, and this is Canada's a flagship from Cradle Radio. Don't forget, a repeat broadcast is going to come your way much later, I think around 7 o'clock today. And you could, listen to that over, and that way you could catch up on anything you missed out at any point in time. 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I got to reiterate that as well. 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And from that moment onwards, you will be locked in. All right. It's been a pleasure doing this. Regular transmission returns on Cradle Radio. And until next Monday, I said be safe, be warm, and please drive slowly. All right? God bless you.
Wake up in the morning every weekday and join Akin Lawyer on Cradle Radio.
This is Cradle Radio.
This is Cradle Radio.
This is Cradle Radio.
This is Cradle Radio.